For the longest time, I have felt that in the content creation tech space, innovation has been reached at its fullest capacity. And what I mean is that companies, I think, are no longer able to truly innovate on the process of creating content because it's all kind of already been done. What I mean, for example, is this. I started creating content back in like 2014, and back then, I could not even begin to tell you how audio sources were routed for your streams or your videos or anything like that. How do you capture game audio and separate that out of your PC audio and separate that out of your, I guess back then, TeamSpeak audio, and separate that from your microphone audio and manage all those levels digitally without having to use some sort of an analog device. But then eventually, years later, Elgato releases the Wave 1, Wave 3 microphones, and with those microphones, we got Elgato Wavelink, which was a digital way of doing all that. I know Voicemeeter Banana was out there too at the time, but Voicemeeter Banana was incredibly complicated. At least it was for me back then. Now that I know more, maybe I'd have an easier time using it. But the point is we got a very easy, streamlined way of controlling our audio sources, right? We've got easier access to high-end cameras like my Canon M50. We have easier access to incredibly high-end webcams like the Osbot line of cameras, the Elgato cameras, the Instalink cameras. There's so many brands of webcams out there that you no longer have to rely on a Logitech C920, for example. But not only are those cameras able to capture really good picture quality, they also come packed with incredible features like AI tracking. You get up and move around, the camera will follow you, right? That's innovation. That's building upon what was already there and making it way better. I don't think, and I've thought this for a while now, I don't think that there's going to be that much more innovation going on because I think it's all kind of been done. So for a while, I have thought that the age of innovation has ended and we've entered an age of consolidation. And the first product that released that led me to believe this was the release of the Rode Streamer X, an audio interface combined with a capture card, right? Because if you can't innovate, and I'm not, by no means do I mean to like sound like as if I'm taking a jab at any of these companies. No, I just think that you've kind of addressed every problem possible that a content creator, a YouTuber, or a streamer or a podcaster would have. I think most problems that exist in those spheres of content, they've already been addressed, right? So if you can't address any more problems because there are no more problems to address, then you kind of start consolidating things, because prior to what I'm about to say, there has been a dedicated device for every single problem that you could face as a creator. If you can't route your audio and split up your audio and do submixing, there's a product for that, or there's an app for that. If you don't want to buy an XLR interface, right, an audio interface for an XLR microphone setup, there are USB microphones now. If you don't want to buy or can't buy an expensive mirrorless camera, there is a solution by having relatively cheaper webcams that have really good quality given their price. If you have an issue with having multiple microphones as inputs because you're running a multi-person podcast, there are solutions for that now. Some of them are very expensive, others are really cheap, but there's solutions for everything, okay? I think in 2025 and going forward, what we're going to continue to find is a lot of these products, a lot of these individual solutions are going to be consolidated into singular products. You'll have the option to buy the one thing, or if you're somebody just getting started, or maybe you're somebody who wants to take all this crap off of your desk and have one device, you'll have that option as well. And evidence of that would be the Rodecaster Video, which is basically an audio interface and a multi-HDMI input capture card, all put in together. If I had to say like one specific product and one specific company that's going to do it, because it's already been done to a degree. All right, 1 second here. If I had to guess, I guess since the parent company of Rode also acquired Mackie, that we're going to get some sort of a Rodecaster Solo, which is take one XLR input out of the Rodecaster Duo and replace that with the ability to capture video. That's going to be something I feel will happen either in 2025, hopefully, or if not in 2026. But again, it's already happened. Sort of, because Elgato released their Stream Deck Plus a couple years back, and now they also recently released their Wave XLR dock, which snaps into the back of an Elgato Stream Deck Plus. So now instead of having two devices, a Stream Deck Plus and their interface, the Wave XLR, they combined it. They consolidated it into one device, the Stream Deck Plus XLR dock. I don't think there's anything else for them to solve. I think now at this point, real estate, actual occupied space is what these brands and these companies are going to look to solve. Obviously, they'll make their products better. They'll add some more bells and whistles. But there isn't any other major problem that I can think of that needs a solution, for which the solution would be a new product, a new innovative product. But if you disagree, I'd be very curious to hear what you have to say. Let me know in the comments below. Peace.